Ai până la 30% reducere la produse din...
What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let 'em burn it out. Sell 'em to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. The brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away.
Mic test. Type 1 in chat. 1 in chat if you can hear me. You should be able to hear me. You should be able to. I hope. Yeah. All good, all good, all good, all good. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. There we go. And here we are. How we doing, boys? Everyone good? We're back. 2 days in a row, huh? Dude, everything's very orange right now in this room. There's just so much light coming from outside. Maybe I can do something in like the camera settings so that it's not this orange, you know? Give me like just a second. Yo, how are you? How are you, man? Yeah, I'm good, I'm good. I'm good. Maybe there's a few things that I can do. Maybe lower saturation a bit. Vibrancy. Bit more contrast. I think this looks a bit more natural, right? I think this looks a bit more natural. Have you seen 1179 spoilers? Don't say a fucking word, okay? Don't fucking say a single fucking word. I don't want to hear anything. I've already gotten spoiled. I don't want to get more. I don't want to get more spoiled than that, okay? Don't you dare say a fucking word, okay? Don't you dare, bro. Don't you fucking dare. Steel Ball Run when? GTA 7 is gonna come out before episode 2, bro. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, bro. Is my new PC build good? It has a Ryzen 5 5600 and a 7700 XT and 60 gigs of DDR4 RAM. It's good, man. Yep. It is. Lower the exposure. I can't go any lower than this. This is the as low as it gets. I physically cannot go lower than this. What is Steel Ball Run? Where can I watch it? You don't got it like the rest of us, man. You don't got it like the rest of us, bro. Nah. You don't got it like the rest of us. Can you suggest a Threadripper build? Just a little bit concerned about it. Lamau, what are you concerned about? Is a 5068 gig good for 1440p? No. Sarmale? Sarmale are good, man. Sarmale are good. Yeah. Can you look at the meme phases in the Discord? I've already seen them. Yeah, I've already seen this. This absolute masterpiece here. Wonderful. I would win. I would totally win. 100%. Where did you guys find this? Oh, I know where you found it. You found my... Oh, yeah, I should probably take down my dev website. Yeah, I should probably take down the developer website that I used to have. Yeah. Yeah. Bloodhead ice cream hair? Yeah, I did. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've already seen these. Yeah. Yeah, boys. Have you thought about upgrading your OLED to the new tandem OLEDs? No. Hell no. Why would I do that? That's the biggest waste of money ever. Hell no. Bro, my speakers don't work when I put it in the audio port of the PC, but it works when I put it in the audio port of my monitor. That's weird. Maybe a driver thing. Yeah, I don't know exactly. Could be a bunch of different things. I don't even know what I'd try. Your port being bad on your motherboard is highly unlikely. They could they're probably working. You probably just have the output in Windows set to something else, like your monitor, and then maybe when you plug the speakers directly into your monitor, it takes them from there. So yeah. Yeah, you can try that. Also, is there anything else beside encoders where NVIDIA might be better for content creation? A lot of different things. A lot of different things, yeah. Video editing, not just encoding, not just, well, that is a part of it, but video editing in general is just better on NVIDIA. And then there's 3D modeling and a bunch of different other things, so yeah. But otherwise, like, AMD is great for everything, NVIDIA is just better at everything, so yeah. Yeah. Can we do the PC Power Picker challenge now? Nope. Is an i5-35 70K GTX 760 and 32 gigs of DDR3 good? It's a very old system. I wouldn't call it good nowadays. Yeah. No, we're not doing PC Power Picker. There's just not enough people. Quick question. Is the Ryzen 5 5700U paired with 32 gigs of DDR4 3200 megatransfers a second good for IT schoolwork? Yeah, of course it is, man. Of course, yeah. Of course. Basically trying to decide whether the 5070 Ti is worth the extra 250 pounds over the 9070 XT. If you only plan on gaming, then just save your money and go for a 9070 XT. Even when it comes to things like upscaling, FSR4 is great. Obviously, NVIDIA is going to be a little bit better as well. Especially with like DLSS 4.5, which is considerable. But if you just don't care that much about all of these different features and you just want a game, then save your money and go for the 9070 XT, man. You should only get the 5070 Ti if you really just want to do a bunch of different things in the future as well. Not to say that the 9070 XT can't do them, it's just that NVIDIA will be able to do them much better. That's all. So yeah. Yeah. Are you going to continue Resident Evil 7 today? No. I'm not going to play Resident Evil 7 on stream. Today, no. Only reason I bought the 9060 XT is because my 3070 started to artifact. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know if this counts, but I want to get an IT job in the future and I want to do courses for professional reasons. Where should I start? So, if you want to get into the IT industry, you should really just focus on one thing that you really like doing. IT doesn't necessarily just mean coding, okay? If you want to do coding, since before all of this YouTube stuff, I used to be a developer myself. If you really want to learn that, I suggest the following things. Number one, stick to one part of development. So for example, if you want to go for, I don't know, let's say you're a web developer and you want to go for backend development, stick to that. Or do front-end development or whatever you want to do. If you want to do UX design, if you want to do anything else, just stick to one single thing. Get pretty good at it. spend, I would say, a year or so really like dialing in and really learning everything, especially if you don't have a base, you know, especially if you don't have any history with IT. And as for courses, you can find courses pretty much anywhere. You could do Codecademy if you wanna learn coding. You could do Coursera. Coursera is a huge platform that has a bunch of different courses. There's an insane amount of courses. There's credited courses from Microsoft as well, and a bunch of other things if you really care about certifications and stuff like that. There's courses from Google. There's so many of them. So yeah, just scour the internet, find whatever you feel like is going to be something that you will like, try it out for a few months, and then stick with it. And then go job hunting, and that's a different story altogether. So yeah. Yeah. Is a 3050 4 gig and a Ryzen 7 5800H and 8 gigs of DDR4 good for 2026? Not really, no. Do you think 5068 gig could play Hogwarts Legacy at 1440p with decent settings? With decent settings, meaning what, low to medium? Probably. You'll probably have a decent experience with it, yeah. Should I use a microphone or a microphone from headphones? A microphone, a dedicated microphone is always going to sound much better than you know, a headset mic. So yeah. Not gonna lie, I regret going into cooking now. I wish I went down the IT route. If it's simply because of like monetary reasons, I mean, I don't feel like you should regret following a passion of yours, even though you don't make as much money as you would have had you gone down another path, right? I feel like that's not the healthiest mentality out there. You shouldn't like beat yourself up over it. And even now, like if you really want to make a switch, obviously you're gonna have to put in a lot of effort and make a bunch of sacrifices, but you can still do it, you know? So try not to like beat yourself over a decision that you made, especially if it's like a passion of yours that you follow. I feel like that's very, very nice, you know? So yeah. It's mainly recording in OBS, editing in DaVinci, and possibly in the future streaming, again using OBS. Listen, I'm on a 7900 GRE. It's for sure not the greatest thing in the world. 9000 series is miles better than 7000 series when it comes to anything content creation related, okay? It's a night and day difference. It's not even close. You will be able to do everything that you plan to do there with a 9070 XT with absolutely no issues. NVIDIA will simply be better. By how much, I can't tell you exactly by how much. In some cases, it'll be considerably better. In some cases, it will be just like ever so slightly better. So keep that in mind and make the decision, you know? So yeah. Wake up is the first of the month, bro. Yeah. Do you think a 5068 gig could okay Hogwarts Legacy at 1440p with higher ultra settings? No. No, it can't. $5700U realistic FPS in Far Cry 4. Look up a benchmark. Far Cry 4 is an old game. It should run pretty well. Yeah. Yeah. Yo, Zillion, is the April Fools equals ban true? Try it, bro. Test out the theory, and you'll see. No, I literally put that there so that people will make April Fools jokes, you know. So yeah. Wanna play Rocket League? No, I don't. Yeah, when I try to change the output device, it only shows the monitor. I don't know what else you should try then. Are you sure you're plugging the speakers in the 3.5 jack that's like green? It has to be the green one. I mean, you could technically plug it into like an input, and it should still show up in a different place. It wouldn't work properly, but yeah, I don't know what else. I don't know what else you should try, man. Do you have like some sort of more interesting speakers, or are they like an older pair? Yeah. What would you consider the absolute cheapest pure 1440p GPU used and new? The absolute cheapest. The absolute cheapest new one is most likely going to be the 9060 XT 16 gig, like brand new. And then used is probably going to be like a 6700 XT or a 6800, something like that. I mean, you could find them at like, you could find a 6750 XT for like 230, 240 bucks, depending on where you live. And you could get like a 6800 for close to 300. So, yeah. Yeah. Is your monitor an AIO? Yes. Yes, it is, bro. Does my PC have a CPU bottleneck? I'm using an i5 9400F with the 2080. I mean, not really. It's fine-ish. Maybe slightly, but like, when did this even come out? So 2019. Yeah, no, you're fine. You're fine. You're gonna be fine. Though your PC is slightly outdated by now. But yeah. AO stands for all-in-one, as in all-in-one PC and a monitor. That was the question. Yes, and I answered it. I told you yes. Should I get a hybrid VGA 3080? Sure. Sure. If it's at a decent price, sure. I love EVGA. I miss them. Is it because I don't have Realtek drivers that my speakers don't show up on my PC? I mean, could be a driver thing as well. Could be a driver thing. You could try to install something. Watch out with Realtek drivers, by the way. You might fuck some things up. I've had plenty of bad experiences with audio drivers on Windows in the past. But as long as you get a good version, you should be fine. You could try manually installing one. Yeah. Yeah. Is the Corsair HS80 good? Is that a headset? Corsair HS80. Oh. I know somebody who has these headphones and I hate them. Yeah, I would not recommend these headphones. Maybe somebody else would, but I would not recommend these headphones. They're way too expensive for what they offer. They're uncomfortable, at least in my opinion, and audio is just not great. So yeah, I would not suggest them. Can you suggest some audio drivers? This is not a question of suggesting. You just need to go onto the Realtek website and just find a Windows 11 or whatever operating system that you're on, and find one that's 64-bit version and try it out. You know, hopefully they've gotten better over the years. So yeah, other than that, I can't tell you exactly what to get. Just look up your operating system, and that's it. Get the install file that's going to be good for your specific case, you know. What kind of mic should I get? I'm just trying to record my keyboard clicks, and I'm currently using an earphone mic. I would genuinely just say you get a DJI mic mini if you really want to do something like this. So here's what I mean. It's not gonna cost you that much. It's the same mics that I use for recording. Let me show you. So if you want to record like ASMR keyboard clicks and shit like that, I feel like getting a dedicated mic like this one is not the right play. You should definitely just go for something like this. I forgot the name in English. In Romanian we call them lavaliere. They're probably similar, but whatever. So basically what these things are, they're just these little things, right? And what you can do is, say you want to type, you just turn the microphone on, you place it next to the keyboard, and then you type, right? And then you can record them like that. And obviously this is a kit. You get two mics, you get a receiver that I have on the camera right now. The receiver is the thing that you plug into your phone or whatever else you want. A phone adapter plugs in directly with USB-C for the receiver, so you can like record through your phone or any other medium or whatever you want to do. Okay, so yeah, I would definitely recommend these ones. You can search them up, DJI Mic Mini. This thing is probably gonna run you about like $200 depending on where you are, but you can buy these separately and they're not very expensive. These are like $50 a pop, so they're not that expensive if you want to do that. Okay, so yeah, hopefully this helps you out, man. Hopefully this helps you out. So yeah. Yeah. Back again about vertical GPU mounting. Is it only bad for my GPU if it's close to the glass? Well, yeah, your GPU is the main component that's going to suffer because you're just not gonna have as good of an airflow, you know, to your GPU. But it's not like it's gonna be bad or anything. It's just gonna be worse than what it would have been. So yeah. Why don't skeletons fight each other? They don't have the guts. Good one, bro. Good one. Is a 4th Gen i7 Intel good for gaming in 2026? No. No, it's not. Sorry to burst your bubble, but it's sadly not. Hey, I'm new in PC building. I have a question. Do you know any AM4 equivalent of the Ryzen 5 7600? Go for a 7500F. They're very... wait. AM4 equivalent, you said. 5700X3D is very close in performance to a 7600. So yeah, that's pretty much there. 5700X, 5800X, 5700X 3D. Somewhere there. So yeah. I'm planning on building a new PC. Should I get a 9060 XT or a used 7800 XT when the latter is $65 cheaper? I do 1440p gaming. Okay, so 9060 XT, brand new, or a used 7800 XT for $65 less. I would say you should still go for the 9060 XT, and I'll tell you why. For everything else that you want to do there, video editing, drawing, whatever else, and maybe in the future you want to get into streaming and stuff like that, 9000 series AMD is much better than 7000 series AMD, and I feel like for only $65 more, you should just definitely go for something that's number one like brand new and that you're still gonna have warranty for, and you're gonna have FSR for gaming and just everything else, right? You're still gonna have the same amount of VRAM. So yeah, I would definitely just go for the 9060 XT 16 gig in this case, my man. Yeah. You're not streaming on Twitch? No, I'm not. I'm only streaming here, yeah. Also, am I allowed to repost a question that was not responded at if it's a genuine one? Of course. Of course you are. Do you think Luffy will surpass Zebek? Of course he will. Hey bro, I'm building my robot and I created an AI called ARX AI. I have integrated ChatGPT Gemini and Grok into one supermodel. It's super fast, professional, and replies everything in 1 millisecond. We did a test and our AI won in the benchmark test. Okay. That's cool. Can you explain to me all the suffixes that come after the CPU name? E.g. Ryzen 7 5800 XT. Oh, yeah, there's so many at this point. Intel has their own. You have the F, which means there's no integrated GPU. You have the K, which means it's unlocked and slightly overclocked. You have the KS, which is like a super unlocked, super overclocked from the factory version. Then you have the regular. For on AMD side, you have, for example, a 5600. Then you have a 5600X, which in the past usually, okay, this is not a rule anymore, but usually X meant you have integrated graphics. That's not the case anymore. X now is basically just a slightly overclocked version of that other CPU. XT is just a new refresh of the older 5800X, 5900X. And then what else? Then you have the X3Ds as well, which has 3D cache. That's a whole different thing. And did I miss anything? I for sure missed something. There's H, there's U, there's so many, especially for laptops. There's so many. Oh, G as well. The G ones means that they're an APU, basically. So yeah, there's just so much stuff, my guy. There's just so much stuff. So yeah. It's you should just look it up because there's just so many of them, you know. And look up exactly what you need and then go for that. NPU, yeah, there's just so many. There's just so many naming schemes at this point, you know. So yeah. Bum 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 bum. Edu, what is binning? It's a little bit complicated. I think there's like a Jay's 2 cents video that explains it really well. In a nutshell though, you see, not every graphics card or CPU is born equal. There is this thing called the silicon lottery. And especially if you ever looked up an undervolting tutorial on like undervolting a CPU or a GPU, people will say, hey, now this is where you get lucky or unlucky with your undervolt because the silicon inside of your CPU or your GPU or whatever, they're not all equal in quality, and some of them can go higher, some of them cannot go as high. It's random. My 7600X is not the same as another 7600X, though it's the same CPU with the same capabilities. That the other one might have a higher potential than mine. And basically, what manufacturers do is test those things out, figure out some universal parameters that are good for like everything, and then they do a process called binning, where they separate them into different tiers or something like that. I forgot the entire process myself. So you can it's a very complex thing. This is like a very nutshell-y explanation. So yeah. You can look up Jay's 2 cents or Linus made a video a while back about this, going like really in depth about it. But yeah. Anyways, I gotta go. Yeah. Are you gonna play something, Edu? I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. Should I upgrade to an OLED monitor with an RTX 2070? My CPU is a bit of a bottleneck though. Honestly, if you have a 2070, I would not go for an OLED. I don't see the point. The 2070 is not the best 1440p GPU out there. And if you really want a game, I'd much rather just you spend more on your system before getting an OLED. Should I use Windows 11 or 10? I'm using a 9400F. Yeah, just go. You can do Windows 11 with like a very clean install and debloat it, and you're gonna be fine. You're basically gonna have the exact same performance as Windows 10. It's not as bad as it used to be. I think Windows 10 even to this day is still ever so slightly faster because there's just less bloat. But as long as you do as long as you debloat your operating system, you're gonna be perfectly fine. So yeah. DDR3 systems or DDR4 systems on laptops, which is better? It depends. It depends on the other hardware. There's no general rule of, hey, this type of system is better than this type of system. It just depends on the specific hardware that you're comparing. Should I get an Intel i3 14100F or a Ryzen 5 5600X for my new PC? Go for the 5600X. Yeah. Hey man, do you think about the greatest technician that's ever lived? I don't think. What do you think? Oh, he's cool, man. He's really cool. He's really cool. Yeah. Yeah. Hi guys, hey man. I still have a 4770 and a 1080 Ti in 2026. What CPU upgrade should I get that's not that extreme? I've been an Intel fan for a long time, but I can try AMD too. Also not a high budget. Here's the thing, it's not worth upgrading. I'm gonna tell you this straight up. There is absolutely no point in you upgrading your CPU. You should, if you truly want to upgrade, just upgrade your entire system. Because a meaningful upgrade from a 4470, okay, would, regardless of what you do, regardless, you are going to have to change your motherboard. You're just gonna have to switch it, okay? So there is no point in you going for, say, I don't know, 9000 series, 8000 series, or whatever, right? There's no point in doing that. That would not be a meaningful enough upgrade. That will still cost you quite some money. So if you really, really want to upgrade something that's going to be meaningful, then I would say literally just start from scratch. You can keep your 1080 Ti, but hop on AM4 or like the latest Intel platform with like LGA 1700, LGA whatever, right? Maybe not the latest, not 1851. But otherwise, it's just not going to be worth it, you know? It's not worth it to upgrade. For just a little bit, it's just not. So yeah, it just isn't, man. It just isn't. If you really want to upgrade, then just get a 5700X, B550, and then just switch entirely. There's just no point. It's too old to upgrade. That's the thing. It's just not worth it. That's it. If you really want to upgrade, just go for something that's at least AM4. You know, like at the very least. Otherwise, it's not worth it. So yeah. What should I look for in a 1440p monitor? Thinking about upgrading and never really put thought into the display, admittedly. Is it OLED or not? That's the first question. If you do have the budget for an OLED, definitely get an OLED. If not, look for refresh rate. Look up some reviews. Look up some... make sure that the response time is nice. Make sure... The type of display also matters. See if it's a VA, an IPS, a fast IPS. Stay away from TN panels, though I have not seen 1440p TN panels. But yeah, just look at those things. Yeah. What should I pair with the 5600X in a GPU with a budget of $400? I need a 1440p build. For $400, well, it's gonna cost you more than $400. Really try to get a 9060 XT16 gig for 1440p. It's gonna cost you over $400, but really try to go for a 9060 XT. So yeah. Yeah. Will you do a PC build for us one day? And what is your least favorite part of building a PC? For sure I will. And my least favorite part of building a PC is 100 billion% installing the cooler, especially if it's an AIO. I don't know why. I just hate doing it. I just hate doing it, especially when there's 50 billion different cables for 3 different fans. You have 3 ARGB cables that you need to daisy chain. You have 3 PWM cables that you need to daisy chain. Maybe you're even going to need a separate fan hub that also doubles as an RGB controller, or I should say ARGB controller, because maybe your fans are daisy chainable and they don't specify that in advance. Yeah, I just hate coolers. That's it. Coolers, more specifically AIOs. There are AIOs that are very simple to install, and respect to them, but like other, 100 billion%. I fucking hate coolers. That and the fact that all of them, each different cooler, there is no universal way of installing a cooler. Most of the newer ones have basically the exact same mechanics, let's say, behind it, but every single one of them, like, I read the manual on installing coolers, you know? It's the only manual that I don't throw away. So I fucking hate radiators. I absolutely hate them. Imagine installing a radiator and you forget to install the EPS cables for your CPU. You're fucked. If you don't have enough space in your case, you need to take that bitch off, plug the cables in, and then put it back on. Like it's so you know, it's like so. I never forget to do them now, but that was a mistake that I used to do. So yeah. I got $450. I got an NVMe storage. What can I upgrade? Looking to upgrade to a 14400F and an RX 580, brother. That is not good. I don't know what you're doing there, but like 14400F is a good CPU, but getting an RX 580 with it is just stupid. Dude, no. Budget better than that, man. Go for a much better GPU. Is an upgrade from a 2060 Super to a 5060 worth it, or should I get a 9060 XT 8 gig? 9060 XT 8 gig and 5060 are one and the same GPU. They're interchangeable when it comes to performance. I would say that the 5060 is a little bit better because it's NVIDIA. And yes, it is worth it. The 5060 is considerably faster than a 2060 Super. I have a 9070 XT. I wanted to get a 5070 Ti this year because that is off the table. I'm thinking of getting the 5070. Why? Why? You have a... Why? I sort of understand the 5070 Ti because sure, you're going to get the same performance and then NVIDIA features, but why do you want to downgrade? From an 5070 is much slower than a 9070 XT. Like what? Why would you do that? Would you rather have a 5900X or a 5950X for gaming and productivity? 5950X. What are some of your PC hot takes? I don't have many. I mean, I don't think I have any at all. I don't even think I have a PC hot take. I'm just like so objective about things when it comes to PCs. I don't know, man. I wouldn't be able to tell you. Can you rate my PC part picker list like your rating series? 5600X, 9060, 16 gig B550 mobile, and 32 gigs of DDR4. I for sure have rated this exact system probably 50 times before. So, yeah. Now that I added like plus and minus to the tiers, I would say this is going to be A tier balance and then A tier performance or maybe A minus tier performance. Good, it's a very good system. Should I buy a MacBook Neo for 600 euros? Yes. Dude, that question is so random. Do you want a PS5, a Lenovo LOQ, or MacBook Neo for War Thunder? GTA, maybe Red Dead Redemption 2 and Roblox. Get a Lenovo LOQ if you want a game. All of those things. If you just need a laptop for like work and stuff, go for the MacBook Neo. And if you want a console, get a PS5. They're like so different. The question almost doesn't make sense, you know. I hate radiators too, yeah. Should I pair an RX 5700 with a Core i9 9th generation? With a Core i5 9th generation, sorry. You can, yeah. You could. I don't know if you should necessarily. It depends on a bunch of different things, but like, yeah. I mean, like PS5 or LOQ, which is better performance? It depends on it, you know. The PS5 is definitely going to be better performance. Like, what am I talking about? You're not going to get better performance than a PS5 in a $700 laptop. PS5 basically has a 6700 XT inside of it. A $700 Lenovo LOQ has a 3050 inside of it. A mobile 3050. So, yeah, 100% the PS5 is going to be better. Yeah. Also, I forgot to mention that when it comes to IT courses, I thought about sysadmin. Sysadmin is very well paid. Sysadmin, DevOps, all of that part is very, very well paid. It's a pretty... I hate that part. But yeah, I mean, I know somebody who works as a sysadmin DevOps, and he makes a lot of money. So yeah, go for it. Go for it, dude. I will upgrade to a 7900 GRE when GTA 6 drops. I'll tell you how well it runs, my guy. Yeah. In 5 years when we get GTA 6 for PC. Can I play GTA 5 on low settings with a 5300 U24 gigs of RAM and an iGPU? Yeah, you probably could. Yeah. Yeah. Can you rate my PC like your rating series? 5950X, 4060, 32 gigs of DDR4. We gotta upgrade that GPU, my guy. We gotta upgrade that GPU. B minus balance. B minus performance. We gotta upgrade that GPU, my guy. Should a B760 be enough to upgrade to a 14900K/KS in the future? Honestly, I used to think that this could probably be doable, but I've seen a lot of people, especially some people in chat, that have had issues with mid-level LGA 1700 boards and then 4900K and KS because it's such a piece of shit of a CPU. You need all of the support in the world for it to be stable and not be garbage. So I don't think I would recommend that, man. I think you should spend a bit more on a motherboard if you want to go for a 14900K. I still haven't gotten my GPU out. It's driving me crazy. What's wrong, man? YouTube ads are out of control. I've seen so many AI and corn ads ever since my premium ended today. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I could not believe my eyes. There's corn ads on YouTube, dude. Are you excited for a 9950X3D2 to come out? Nope. Not at all. Not in the slightest. Hey, my PC informer from Romania. How are you? I'm good, man. How about you? How about you? Edu, when's the setup royale coming out? Rig Royale's coming out later this week. So probably Sunday. If not Sunday, then like Monday, Tuesday. I really want to make sure that the video is nice. So yeah. Why does everyone call you Edu? Is that your real name? That is my real name. Yeah. Edu is my real name. What do you think of an i7 12th gen, 24 gigs of RAM and a 3060 Ti? So i7 12th gen is a 12700K, which is a very solid CPU even today. 3060 Ti is a decent GPU as well. So yeah, I like it. I like it. It's a decent system. You could even go for a higher end GPU, but yeah. I have a 3060 7700X, 16 gigs of DDR5. Yeah, you can upgrade the GPU if you want to, but it's still fine. Fingers too fat, can't get to the PCIe lock. Use a pencil. Use the eraser of a pencil. I always do that. Get a pencil that has an eraser tip, like on one side, and then use that. I literally always do that. Oh, also one thing. I recently built a PC that had a really cool feature for the PCIe lock. It has a little extra plastic piece up top that you can very easily press to get the GPU out. I really appreciated that because I know how tricky it is to get that shit out without it, you know? So W for that, it was an MSI B850 board. Let me look it up. Let me look it up. I actually want to show you guys. Let me look it up. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. Yeah. I found it. It's this one right here. You see how it has a little plastic piece up top here for the PCIe slot that you can very easily press so that it's not impossible to press this thing when the GPU is installed? This is really cool. I just chipped my board. Oh my god, bro. I wish more motherboards would do this. Like, this is such a good feature. And this is the only one I've ever seen that has this. Like, what? Dude. Yeah. Yep. B550 or X574 AM4. Honestly, just B550, man. If you have like a very high-end CPU, then sure, you could go for a X570. Say you have like a 5950X, but like B550 is going to be fine in 99% of cases. So, yeah. Yeah. The ads on here are awful. I have an ad blocker because fuck you, YouTube. Damn, that's crazy. The internet is unusable without an ad blocker. It's tough. It's definitely tough. If you could become One Piece character, who would you become? I don't know, bro. Don't get a Gigabyte motherboard. It costs my 5950X PC to randomly restart sometimes. The issue disappeared after getting a different motherboard from a different brand. I mean, you could have just gotten a bad one, which could have happened with any brand, but I don't feel like that's good advice. If you have a bad experience once with the product, that doesn't mean you can't recommend it because the product itself could be faulty. So it's not very fair to judge it like that off of one thing that maybe you just got unlucky, maybe something else happened in the meantime, you know. I've had great experiences with Gigabyte boards. I've had shit experiences with ASRock boards consistently, and that's why I don't recommend them. I've also had consistent bad experiences with Kingston drives. That's why I also don't recommend them, but some people said that they've been perfectly fine for them, so full respect to that. So yeah, not telling people not to get something simply because you yourself have a bad experience with that is not a valid thing. That's not good advice. So yeah. Is the 5070 and 7800X3D a good combo, or should someone spend more money on a better GPU and a cheaper CPU? It is a very good combo, yes. It's a very good combo. If you have a 7800X3D, it doesn't matter what GPU you have as long as it's a decent one. or like a decent to good GPU. It can even handle a 5090, so you know that's gonna be fine. I had a 12700 KF, but I upgraded to a 14600K. That's good. That's good. 7700 9060 16 gig. What do you think of that, and what should be my next upgrade path? Keep your CPU the same, upgrade the GPU in the future if you want to, but for now you have an awesome system, so yeah, no need. No need. Yeah. Do you use thermal paste in your builds? If so, I think you should put that toward the total cost of the build. So here's the thing. Number one, thermal paste is very cheap. The most expensive thermal paste that you can get, or like let's say one of the best kind of thermal paste that you can get, is Thermal Grizzly Cryonaut and thermal paste from Noctua. They are a maximum of $20, for a tube, and you can reuse that tube many times, okay? And number two, 99% of coolers come with a tube or thermal paste pre-applied on the CPU block, like on the copper block. So putting thermal paste towards the cost of a PC is very stupid, in my opinion. That is very stupid. And if you really want to do that, say you buy a different tube of thermal paste, measure how much you use and then calculate how much you used. Else it's like stupid. And that itself, I can't even believe that I'm saying that. It's so stupid. Yeah, no. Hell no. And of course I use thermal paste. Of course I do. Of course I do. Yeah. Can you play Witcher 3 here? I have Witcher 3 on Steam, but I haven't played it yet. I'm not gonna play it today though. Yeah. Do you watch anime? Yes, I do. Yeah. Gigabyte's a good company, but EVGA GPUs, man, damn it, they left the market with the 30 series. For good reason. Nvidia was a piece of shit towards them, so they just left. Is a 4060 and a 7700X and 16 gigs of DDR5 good? Try to get 32 in the future when RAM prices calm down a bit more, I guess, and upgrade the GPU. 4060 is not the greatest thing in the world, but yeah, it's fine. It's a fine system. What's the best budget monitor to get? I want the 200 plus hertz 144 1440p display, minimum 27 inches. I'm primarily looking for gaming and daily use as well. Also curved or no. So curved is not really going to matter all that much. I have a curved display that's 1440p, 27 inches, and that's 180 hertz. And it's my OLED is straight. It's not curved, so it doesn't really matter. Curved is sort of nice, but it's more of a gimmick than anything. So as for the cheapest one, it's going to depend on your market, and something that just look up monitors that fit your description of what you want. 200 plus hertz, so 240 hertz, for example, or 200 hertz, whatever you can find. And then just buy accordingly. Look up some reviews, and that's it. There's so many monitors out there that they're, you know, you're gonna have to like look it up yourself. I can't tell you off the top of my head because I don't know all of the monitors in the world, but yeah, just look it up like that. Yeah. Yeah. Is it worth upgrading from an 8600 to a 5500? I would go for a 5600 instead, but yes, it is. Alright, thanks for answering. Yeah, okay, no worries, man. Is 1550 USD for a 5070 Ti and a 7800 X3D with 32 gigs of DDR5 in January 2026 brand new a good deal? All of these three for $1,500? That's very good. That's very, very, very good. That's very good, yeah. Dude, that's very good. It's very good. Honest thoughts on the 5050 9 gig? Dude, just fucking kill me. That's my thoughts. That's my thoughts. Do you think they should have made a 12 gig 5060 instead? They should have done many things, my guy. They should have done many things. What's the worst GPU from each series? Dude. Like, what? Alright, I'm just gonna tell you, like, the 30, 40, 50 series, max. 3050 6 gig, 4060 Ti 8 gig, 5060 Ti 8 gig. Those are the worst GPUs from each series. Overall, worst GPUs. When it comes to value and performance. Overall, yeah. Those are the worst ones. So 3056 gig, 4060 Ti 8 gig, 5060 Ti 8 gig. Absolutely the worst GPUs out of these series. Or maybe even like 5050. But I think the 5060 Ti 8 gig is even worse than a 5050. So yeah. Yeah. Rate the current setup. i3 11th gen laptop, 8 gigs of RAM. That's pretty bad, bro. That's pretty bad. Did I get scammed? I bought it 5 years ago for 700 euros. 5 years ago? No. No, you didn't get scammed. But still not the greatest thing in the world. Did you cache the stuff around Crimson Desert? Oh my goodness, I can't speak today. Intel Arc GPUs got hardware blocked and the company refused to work with Intel even though Intel itself reached out. What's your take? I don't know, man. Everything's really dodgy there. Like, it's a very... I'm sure there has to have been some feuds there. The fact that that game doesn't work on Intel is frankly not good for Intel. Especially considering it's like such a popular title right now. But like, yeah, I mean... I don't know what happened, man. I don't really have a take on it because nobody truly knows what happened, you know, in the background there. So yeah, yeah. Do you think I should sell my RAM? I have a Ryzen 5 8400F, an RX 7600, and 64 gigs of DDR5. You could sell 32 gigs of your RAM, get like $300 for it, and get a better 8400F is not a good CPU. Is, let's say, decent. At least you're on AM5, and the 7600 you can do much better than that. So yeah, I would probably sell 32 gigs of RAM and maybe put that towards a better CPU or GPU. Why is bro skipping my comments? There's delay and there's a lot of them, my guy. I'm not skipping comments. And I got a PNY card and a G-Skill Ripjaws M5 Neo. Okay, well, a 13400F bottleneck the RX 9070 and 1440p AAA titles. No. No, you're gonna be fine. No. I'd argue 5060 is worse than the 5050. Sure. You know, they're just bad, bro. That's it. They're just bad, especially for the price. I tried to install Linux without USB. Waste 6 hours of my life. I can't even get a USB drive right now. Too any suggestions? You tried to install an operating system without a bootable USB drive? Get a USB drive. That's the suggestions. So yeah. Yeah. Is a gaming laptop with an RTX 5060 Ryzen 9 270 and 16 gigs of RAM. Skip if you don't know much. Is it what? Good? Bad? What is it? Yeah, it's fine. It's decent. So yeah. What specs do you have in your setup? I have a 7600X, 7900 GRE, and 32 gigs of RAM. So yeah, that's my build. I got it for banging deals. Very, very good value. I basically just like maximized value when I built it. So yeah, and it does everything I needed to. It's not the best system in the world, but it's very good for me. So yeah, yeah. It's 2026 and I'm still rocking a SATA SSD and HDD. Yeah, man, NVMe is gonna change your life. Yeah. Edu, what should I do with dead/broken parts like motherboards and stuff? I still have some collecting dust. You could do a bunch of different things if you want to like display them, make like art pieces with them or stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe that's an idea. If not, I mean, there's not much that you can salvage off of them if they're dead. So I don't know, man. I don't know. We would definitely have enough people for a challenge now. If enough are down, I'm gonna make a poll. Let's see. Do you want a PC part picker challenge? Yes, no. I'm gonna make a poll. Also, W stream just joined after a gaming session. Hey, thanks, man. What'd you play? Yeah. About how much should I sell my 12 gigs of DDR3 from my old build and my GTX 970? It depends on your local used market. Look for what's it called? Look for listings that are similar and then go from there. You know, so yeah. Yeah, go from there. All right, fine. We're doing a PC part picker challenge. There's a lot of people, so yeah, we're doing one. Is Zillion here? Zillion's not here. Zillion's not here. All right. This is gonna be difficult without Zillion. I don't want people to DM me on my account. What should I do? I'm happy to get German guy with OLEDs and stuff right now. Cheesy rage baited him earlier in the Euro server. Dude. Yo, Edu, I got in a car accident today. April Fools, huh? April Fools, huh? I would have taken you seriously had it not been the 1st of April. They can DM me. Sure, I guess we could do that. We could do that, yeah. We could do that. Yeah, we should probably do that. No, I didn't, but I almost did a week ago. Happens to the best of us, my guy. I've had close calls too. Multiple. Yo, viverro money is tight right now, and I can't afford a 1TB NVMe. Is it fine if I go for a 1TB SATA SSD? I would wait until you have enough money to get an NVMe one. Yeah, I would wait. Worst AMD GPUs from 6000, 7000, and 9000 series: 6400, 7600 XT. Why? Because it was just way too expensive. And the 9060 XT 8 gig because it's the only one that's not very, very good. So yeah. Yeah, all right. We're gonna do the PC part picker challenge. Let me just think of what we should do it. Maybe like $1,500 for a 4K PC. I think we've done that before. What's your favorite GPU besides the 1080 Ti, 750 Ti? Let me think. What should we do? What should we do, guys? What should we do for this challenge? Technic, what do you think? What challenge should we do? Spinning a wheel from random parts? That could be fun, but like that's just gonna be random. So how about we do a $1,000 PC AliExpress first? Do you maybe want to explain the challenge thing first? I will, but like we need the challenge first, so how about we do a $1,000 only AliExpress PC? How crazy would that be? That could be fun. That could probably be fun. But maybe slightly not very doable. I don't know. Yeah, like AliExpress, Temu, shit like that. You know, Wish, if Wish still exists. I don't know. Should we? I don't know. Maybe it's not a good idea. Maybe it's not a good idea, to be honest. Because all of them are probably gonna end up fucking sucking ass, so I don't know. And maybe there's just like a lot of edge cases that I'm not thinking about right now. Yeah. Hello, sir. Can you tell me a good CPU under $150 for video editing? It depends on where you are from, but if you manage to find, and it depends on your platform as well. Are you on AM4? Are you on AM5? If you manage to find the 7500F for about $150, that's pretty good. If not, and you're on AM4, if you find like a used 5700X or 5800X, that's going to be awesome as well. $1,000 1440p PC could be hard. Yeah, let's do $1,000 1440p. Okay. So I'm going to start typing some stuff. You guys will have 30 minutes of time. budget will be $1,000. If you are 1 penny over $1,000, you are disqualified. Shipping costs are not included. Used parts, only eBay, no bids, full prices, just like we used to do. So for 1440p gaming, and we're gonna rate by all of these. All right, for everybody who is new to the streams and these challenges that we do, so I want you guys to, I want everybody to pay attention. Everybody that wants to participate, I want you all to pay attention right now because I'm only going to say this once. The challenge will start when I say that it starts, and then a timer will appear on screen. Here's what we're gonna do. You guys are gonna go over to pcpartpicker.com if it's going to load this year for me. Is PC Part Picker down? This thing might be down. All right. All right, so for everybody who wants to participate, you guys need to create a build, specifically a $1,000, maximum $1,000. Be very careful here, pay close attention. If you are 1 penny above $1,000, disqualified, 0 out of 10, okay? 0 out of 10. And I'm also gonna do send submissions to Technic like this. Here's what we're gonna do. You are allowed to use used parts from eBay, but be very careful. Be very, very careful. No bids. And this is going to be US prices only. So you're gonna make a PC Part Picker account. You're gonna hit start your build. You go to start new and make sure you are on the United States here, okay? Here's how you add a custom part. Say you go onto eBay and you find an RTX 3080. And then you scroll down, and then you scroll down, and then you look for it, and say you find this one for $319. You must be on US only, okay? So it has to be US only. If it's not US only, then that's not good. That's not good. So that it's fair for everybody, because we're not going to do local use market. That makes no sense. Say I want to list this one. It's just an example. This might not be a good deal. $360, and it's not a bid. Be careful. Be very careful. There are a lot of things on eBay that are bids. So auctions, they're called. What I would suggest you do is you filter by US only and then buy it now, so that there's no bids. If there's a 3080 for $50, that is not a 3080, that is a bid. That's an auction, and it will not count. You will be disqualified. You can also use refurbished parts. Open box parts from Newegg are also allowed, okay? And by the end, you need to make a complete system within PC Part Picker, and you need to send over the list to Technic. The PCs will be ranked from 1 to 10 by performance, value, and aesthetics with a total of 30 points, okay? Whoever wins gets a PC Part Picker champion role on the Discord server. All right? So you guys are going to have 30 minutes to do this. I'm going to make a quick tutorial on how you should add used parts in a PC Part Picker list. You go to the part that you find, you copy the link, you go to add custom part, you go to manually create part, you hit GPU or whatever is going to be your case, right? It should be graphics card or something. I can't see it. Am I blind? I'm blind. Where is it? Video card or something. I can't see it. Oh, there it is, video card. You're gonna do RTX 3080, and you do part URL here, and then you put the price in, so $360, and you add custom part, and there you go. There you go, like this, okay? It has to be this way, because when I am going to go into your PC Part Picker list, I need to be able to click on it and see that it's an actual legit listing. If it's not, you get disqualified. It's as simple as that, okay? So, again, 30 minutes. If you did not understand what I just said, replay the live stream back. I'm not going to repeat myself. $1,000, used parts are allowed. Facebook Marketplace allowed? No, let's stick to eBay. Let's stick to eBay. US only. Only US, okay? US only. eBay, Newegg, Amazon, whatever you want. And deals on PC Part Picker as well. I don't mind. Keep in mind, I'm going to give you a quick tip. If you, for example, search for a 5600X on PC Power Picker and you see that it costs $160, please do not add it from there. If you can find it somewhere else for cheaper. For example, in here it's $147 and you can add it manually. You go like this, just like I showed you, okay? Add custom part, manually create CPU 5600X, bam, and then 140 something or however much it costed. And you add it this way so you save money, okay? Because that's not the best deal. If this total is over $1,000, not including shipping, you are disqualified. All right, hopefully everything's clear. I am going to, after you're done with your list, DM Technic, go onto our Discord server, go to live stream archive, and you have the guy right here. DM him the list, and then he'll give me the list, okay? And that's how we're gonna do. So, yeah. All right. The moment the timer appears above my face cam on screen, then that means that the timer is gonna start, okay? This, not this. Wait, hold on, not this. All right, there we go. Time starts now. You have 30 minutes, boys. You have 30 minutes, and I'm gonna add it here as well, so you guys can see it. There you go. Hold on, including peripherals? No, just the PC. Just the PC. No monitor, no keyboard, no mouse, no nothing. Just the PC. Okay? Good luck to everybody. So yeah, good luck everyone. Good luck. May the best win. How many buck can you get for graphic card from 2020 with only 200 megabytes of VRAM? How many would you price a Iris Xe card? No GPU. We are not speaking the same language, my guy. I just got here. What are we doing? We're doing a PC Power Picker challenge. You can rewind the live stream like 5 minutes earlier, and I explained everything there if you want to participate. But the clock is ticking, so yeah. So we can use PC Power Picker prices too. Yes, of course you can, but just make sure that they're the best deal, because I will take them at face value. For Rig Royale, is it multiple rigs per video or just one? Multiple, yeah. Multiple setups, yeah. Yeah. First episode's gonna have 4 setups. And I think that it will be like 20-25 minutes. Future videos are probably gonna be even longer than that. Maybe I'll do 5 or even 6 setups. We'll see. If there's enough submissions. But yeah, boys. Good luck. Good luck. Yeah. So yeah. This is harder than it looks. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, my guy. It's actually much more difficult than it looks, you know? But, yeah. Is a $1 cooler allowed? No. Definitely not. Definitely not, my guy. Definitely not. Ugh. Yep. How have you guys clip that, by the way? I can't fucking speak. You guys can clip that. I gave it to you for free, bro. You can clip it. Yeah. How have you guys been doing? That's what I wanted to say. How have you guys been doing? That's what I wanted to say, but I guess my mouth just doesn't work today. Yeah. Everybody doing good? Great. Happy to hear, man. Happy to hear, man. Yeah. Any Resident Evil 7 enjoyers in chat? I wanna chat about Resident Evil 7 a bit and my my thoughts on the game so far. So yeah. Where are the rules? The rules are on the Discord server. You can find them there. Newegg Canada has 32 gigs of DDR5 6000 for $200. No, bro. Those are Canadian dollars as well. So that would be amazing, you know? That would be amazing. 200 CAD to like USD, how much is that? 200 CAD to USD. 140 bucks for 30 gigs of DDR5, brother. Hell no. 269 CAD? 269 CAD to USD. That's less than 200 bucks. That's 193 US dollars. That's crazy. That's very good. That would be a very good price right now. Yeah. Edu, what country are you from? Romania, my guy. My Romanian cat. I'm Romanian as well, my fellow Romanian. What GPU should I get? Ryzen 5 7600 and 16 gigs of RAM, I guess. Made it last year before the prices rocketed. Been using with an iGPU. This is 1K before tax, right? Yeah, tax and all of that is just like, it's fine. It just needs to be less than $1,000 there. Do we get bonus points if we go AM5? We will see. We will see. Speaker Horsey is the worst person to be on the earth? Alright. Are we gonna do a game later? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm thinking 9060 XT because I have a 500 watt PSU, so I won't have to upgrade that. Oof. Dude, 500 watt PSU is... You should definitely upgrade it. Get like a 750 watt, my guy. You can get an MSI 750 watt PSU and it's not going to cost a lot. It's going to be like $70, $80. So yeah. Will a 5060 and a 9800X3D bottleneck? Yeah. Yeah. Quite a bit, yeah. Yeah. Rate my updated PC 9900X3D, 64 gigs of DDR5. You're the 7900 XTX guy, and then two T705s. Damn, two T705s, my guy. All right, cool. Yeah, awesome PC, dude. Did you change your GPU as well? I remember you had a 7900 XTX. Did you change that, or are you still with the XTX? Okay. Okay. I have 550 watts. Yeah. Yeah, the minimum nowadays, if you want to go for like a brand new PC build, I don't see the point in ever going 650 or 700, because 750 is just incredibly close in price, and 750 will be enough for 85% of PCs. And if you go for anything above a 90, like if you go for a 9070 XT or above, you should be on a minimum of 850. So yeah, I really don't like not having headroom for my PSU, you know. I got a 5090-9950X 3D, 4 terabytes of storage, 128 gigs of DDR4. Can you rate it F tier performance? Your GPU is garbage, your CPU is trash. I don't even know who came up with this combination. And F tier balance as well. I mean, like, what's even the point of getting such shitty hardware and then 128 gigabytes of RAM? What is this, 2007? You should be at least on like 3 terabytes. So yeah, I don't know what you're doing, man. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know. Shit system, bro. 4 terabytes of storage is like, pff, really? Dude, like, you should have at least 12, you know? So yeah. Yeah, garbage system, bro. Absolutely garbage system. Isn't it funny how people genuinely ask that? It's just to show off, right? I mean, you don't ask, you just don't ask for a rating when you say something like that, right? It's just to show off, or am I crazy? Because you can't be normal in your brain. Like, you can't be okay in the brain and genuinely ask that type of question, right? Unless maybe you're just like an exception and you spend $10,000 on a pre-build that has that, and you don't know if your PC is good or not. Like, if you don't know anything, but like, you know, otherwise it's just for like showing off. No, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. Who knows? What did you do to reach 120 words per minute, and how long did it take? Nothing. It's basically just talent, to be honest. I never trained writing on a keyboard or like typing. I've literally always had this speed, so I'm not a good example or teacher when it comes to this. I'm guessing just practice, but like, I don't know. Literally, I've never practiced typing in my life. I typed a lot, I guess. And I practiced it through that, but like, I never actively improved, you know. I never actively tried to improve my my typing speed. So I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. So yeah. Challenge, yeah, we're doing one right now. Liar, dude, I'm not lying, man. I'm literally telling you, I never actively practiced 120 words per minute. Like, I never actively practiced getting faster. It's just that I've always, I don't know, typed fast on a keyboard. That's it. I never tried to do that, you know. If you build a PC for $1,000 like us, do you think you'd beat us all? Yes. Yes, I do. Yes. I feel like I could consistently beat 99% of you when it comes to builds. Yes. With mishaps here and there, but it would always be incredibly close. Yeah. But 120 is not possible just by talent, though. Maybe you started typing from the womb. That's why. Yeah, that's true as well. I mean, I've literally sort of been typing from the womb, you know. But like, I never sought out to like improve. It's just a result of me, you know. It's just a result of me, just like doing it for the entirety of my life. I don't know. You know, I obviously I typed a lot in my life, so maybe 120 words per minute for how much I typed in my life is not that impressive. But like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I never tried to get good for that, so yeah. Yeah. Is an Intel 4004 and a 6000 ADA balanced? Yeah, bro. Best system in the world. Best system in the world, bro. Maybe, but don't be that confident, dude. I have to exude confidence now, right? I'm the host of this thing. If I don't seem like your coach, how would I be able to judge those systems if I wouldn't be confident that I would beat you, you know? I have to be confident. Even if I end up losing, I have to be confident, right? So yeah. Edu, how did you start your channel? I just did. That's it, you know? I literally just did. So yeah. Do you code? I used to, yeah. I quit coding though. I did coding for basically the entirety of my life, but yeah, I quit. I'm done. I never want to do it again. Yeah. What coding language? Multiple. A bunch of different coding languages. When I was young, I literally just I think my first ever language that I even wrote a line of code in was C. Then I did some C++. Then, and basically my career as a developer, I was a web developer. I mean, it was basically just TypeScript or JavaScript, whatever you want to call it. And a bunch of others. I've tried a lot of different programming languages. Java, Python, a lot of them. So yeah. Definitely the best one for me was TypeScript because it was the one that I spent most time with. But yeah. What was your first ever interaction with a PC? I was 4 years old. We just got our first computer in the house for my sister, basically. She was 9 at the time, and my parents bought it through some sort of school program. And my first ever interaction with the computer was me playing Counter-Strike 1.6 with bots and Grand Theft Auto 3 when I was like 5 years old or so. So yeah, that was my first interaction with the computer. Yeah. Will you ever go to the toilet again? I definitely will, my guy. I definitely will. I'm planning on going to the toilet in like 5 minutes. So yeah, you caught me there, you know. Dude, it's so hot in here. Give me a second, bro. Give me a second. There we go. I'm back. It's so hot in here, bro. How big is the difference between an AMD stock cooler and a cheap but good cooler? So if you spend $20 on your cooler and you don't go for the stock AMD cooler, you're gonna have a much better time, let me tell you. Stock AMD cooler isn't bad, but it's not the best thing in the world, so yeah. Hi, back, I'm Technic. Don't try to cosplay Zillion, please. 1 Zillion is more than enough. I don't want more. I don't want more. Rate my build 12400F and a 3060 Ti. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I would say that's S tier balance and then like B tier performance. That's pretty good. Oh. I don't know if you guys can hear the dogs outside. But yeah. How much time you guys got left? 13 minutes, damn. Time flies, doesn't it? Yeah. What about the 7600X and an RX 6700 XT and 32 gigs? Yeah, that's very good as well. That's very good as well. I would say that's S tier balance. Well, maybe not S tier. Maybe let's say S minus tier balance and then B tier again performance. Yeah. B tier or like B plus, let's say. Yeah, maybe B plus. Somewhere there. Do you prefer all white PC builds or RGB puke PC builds? None. I do not necessarily have a preference when it comes to aesthetics in a PC. I don't really care. Frankly speaking. I care about airflow though. I really care about airflow. Airflow is very important. Yeah. And a lot of people just don't pay attention to airflow. Where do I post the PC power picker list? You send them over to Technic. You DM Technic on Discord. So yeah. If I have $1,000 to 1.5k, should I build a DDR4 Intel 12 gen to 14 gen or an AM4 DDR4? like 14600K versus 5800X. 14600K is a better CPU than the 5800X. If you want to save money and put a lot of your budget towards a GPU, then you just find whatever's cheaper, and that's it. So yeah. 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 Literally just find whatever's cheaper, you know, between the two. But the 14600K is going to be a better CPU than the 5800X, objectively. It just is. Heck, it's better than a 5900X, so. Though, again, if you go for $1,500, you could go on an AM5 platform with DDR5 and then have a cheaper GPU, but you're not going to get the same performance as going for DDR4 and then getting a much better GPU. But, you know, balance your options and choose accordingly, my guy. Can I send a screenshot of the list? I only used used parts, new parts. No, you need to send me the link. I need to get the link. I'm unable to find the rules. Go onto the Discord, go to live stream info, and then, or archive. I think it's archive. Live stream archive, and then scroll all the way down. Those are the rules. What headphones are those? SteelSeries Arctis Nova 5. Right there. Yeah. So yeah, those are my headphones. Which is better, 9060 XT 8GB or 5060 Ti 8GB? 9060 XT 8GB. 5060 Ti 8GB is way too expensive and it's garbage for the price. It's been 4 months now since I bought the 9070 XT, 32 gigs of DDR5 and 1 terabyte. Still waiting for the 270K. Alright. Yeah, 270K plus is probably going to be a banger of a CPU, my guy. Do we need to include the OS? No. What do you think of the 9950 X3D2? Sounds a bit overkill. It's a 9950 X3D that is overclocked. A little bit, ever so slightly. That's it. Nothing different. So you tell me what you think of that. Yes, please talk about the 9950 X3D2. Not much to talk about. Copy-pasted CPU. Ever so slightly faster. We'll see how much it'll cost. There's not much to talk about. Same as the 9850 X3D, for example. Copy-pasted CPU, just a never so slightly faster 9850 X3D. So, yeah. Not much to talk about, my guy. Should I get a 9070 XT over the 5070 in the future? 9070 XT is not the same grade of a card as a 5070. 9070 XT's equivalent is the 5070 Ti. So yeah. Yeah, you can do that. Of course, it's going to be more expensive, but, you know. Yeah. I'm going to need to check some things on my phone. Alright. I'm back. What did I miss? Let's see. I thought the 9950 X3D2 has a dual 3D V-cache design. Yeah, there's two. Yeah, there's two. Across both CCDs, there's two 3D cache. Yeah, there's two of them. And it's got like what, 60 megs over the regular 9950 X3D. Not gonna make that big of a difference, trust me. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? We'll see. You don't sound like Romanians. I don't know if I should take that as a compliment or not. You've never heard me speak Romanian, and trust me, I do. But like, you know, I don't know. If you mean like accent or stuff like that, yeah, I know I don't, but like, I'm still Romanian, you know. Is Fit Girls Repack safe? I don't know. I don't know. I cannot help you with information about saving the 7 Cs. I cannot say that on stream, so I cannot help you with that. The rules are there. The rules are there. Yes, the rules are there. In a rating from 1 to 10 stars, how good of a PC builder do you think you are? Probably like a 7, I would say. Yeah, and I say that because there's plenty of things that I haven't tried. So a 10 out of 10 in my eyes would be somebody who's basically just tried a lot of different custom water cooling loops and stuff like that. So as for somebody like me, you know, just putting components in a PC, I think in like a case, I feel like that's the maximum you could go would be like a 7 out of 10, right? And then the rest from 7 out of 10 to 10 out of 10 would just probably be some crazier stuff. So for example, again, water cooling loops, custom stuff like that. Maybe 3D printed stuff, starting to paint some things, starting to DIY some things and stuff like that, which are not necessarily PC building skills. You know, they're sort of hybrid skills, let's say. But yeah, I don't think I could give myself more than 7 out of 10 if... I'm very good at building regular PCs, you know, like I got them down... pat. I know a lot of tricks to get them down very quickly. I know a specific order in which I need to do things so that I'm gonna make my life easier based on how big the cooler is or whatever. So yeah, that I got down very well. And I would rate myself like a 9 out of 10 because there's always room for improvement. But other than that, I'm not gonna go higher than 7 overall. So yeah. Yeah. By the way, should I get 4 by 16 gigs or 2 by 32 gigs DDR5? 2 by 32 and get 2 dummy sticks if you care about aesthetics. What about 7900 XTX in 2026? Yes, it's an amazing GPU. Everything's relative to price. If you find one for a good price, then good. You guys have 3 minutes. If you don't submit before the 3-minute mark, I'm not reviewing it. Here, actually. Here. You guys have 3 minutes. You need to submit before the timer runs out. If you submit after the timer runs out, I'm not reviewing your system. So yeah. Edu, on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is cable management behind the build? 3 in my eyes. Not very important. The only reason why you'd cable manage behind is when you want to change some stuff in the future. That's it. It's just going to make your life a little bit easier. As long as cables are not in view and it doesn't ruin your PC's aesthetics visually, I don't care. As long as the side panel fits, I'm good with it, you know. When I build PCs for other people, I do cable manage in the back. When I build for my friends, I don't. But for other people, I do. And for myself, I don't. I just can't be asked. I always curse myself from the past for having not doing it, for having not done it, and then I don't do it either. So I still don't do it even after that. So, you know, I don't really care about cable managing the back. So yeah. What's better, 9900 X3D or 7900 X3D? Look it up. There should be cases in which the 7950 X3D is going to be faster, more cores. And there should be cases in which the 9900 X3D is going to be faster because it's a newer CPU. We will see though. Look it up. Overall, there's not one that's better than the other, I don't think. Could be wrong, I'm not entirely sure. Do you think people who use 8GB VRAM cards for 1440p are crazy? No, I don't. Have you ever thought of doing giveaways in the future? No pressure if you don't want to. We've done giveaways in the past, and we are definitely going to do more in the future. Classroom of the Elite Season 4 launches today. That's cool. That's cool. On a scale of 1 to 10, 0 being awful, what would you rate the 9000 series and the 5000 series overall in terms of GPU drivers and features? 8. 8 out of 10. They're very good. Very good. Probably like 8.5 out of 10. And when it comes to drivers, my guy, I have had 10 times more problems with RTX 50 series drivers than RX 9000. I've had 100 times more problems. Well, that's basically due to how bad drivers were back in like the first half of 2025. Now they're fine, but back then, fucking nightmare. Black screens, blue screens, shit not working properly, HDR not turning on. Weird, just a billion different problems with RTX 50 in the beginning. They're fine now though. They're fine. So yeah. I found 32 gigs of DDR5 for $2 and it was DDR2. So you didn't find 32 gigs of DDR5 for $2. You found 32 gigs of DDR2. Do you think PCs are going to be obsolete in the future and everyone will stream their games? I hope not. I hope not, though it's looking quite likely. I definitely hope that that's not going to be the case. I hope that computing will stay available to consumers. All right, 20 seconds. I have not received any link yet. So, yeah. All right, 4 seconds, boys. 4 seconds. Technic, do not accept any more submissions from now on. All right, boys. The time has come. The time has come. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. 6 submissions. Do you think that the PlayStation Portal is useless? Pretty useless, yeah. Pretty useless. Maybe if you want to play your PS5 when you're on the shitter, you know. Yeah. Amlon sent his list in the last second. Do I count it? Yes. If it was the last second, then it's still in time. So yeah. How different is AMD Adrenalin compared to the NVIDIA app? Very different. The NVIDIA app is pretty lackluster when it comes to a lot of features. The AMD Adrenalin app is much more fleshed out, and I definitely prefer it over anything that NVIDIA has. But I have had a lot of problems with AMD Adrenalin, and the thing is, drivers on AMD work great if you don't install Adrenalin. Adrenalin sometimes just adds a bunch of different problems, or could add some problems. It works 99% of the time very well, but then there are times where Adrenalin tells your GPU to kill itself by not spinning its fans anymore. That's a personal thing that happened to me. Ever since then, I just haven't really had Adrenalin, and I just installed driver only. So yeah, anyhow, boys. Anyhow. We've got some PCs to take a look at. So here we go. So this is going to be Technic submission. I know the power supply. That's good. Let's see. So 5600X from eBay. $130. Not a very good price. Looks rough as well. But it's fine. Should work fine. Peerless Assassin, that's good. B550 Pro for $80. Full ATX board, okay. IO shield is crooked, but it should still work. Yeah. Looks to be decent condition. Okay. 32 gigs of DDR4. How much did you end up paying for this? $120. That's a very good deal. Yeah, very good deal. Very good deal. XMP certified. Will work on AMD as well, in case you guys are wondering. 1 terabyte SSD from Micron. I mean, that's fine. I'm not really going to complain about speeds. A 6950 XT. Very good choice. How much is this? $400. This is a very good GPU. Very, very fast GPU. Especially for 1440p. Crazy fast GPU. Very good. Very, very good system. Yeah, this is very good. Fantex Eclipse. Yeah, I already know this. And then, oh, I like the fact that you added one more fan as well. For the back. Yeah, great stuff, man. Great stuff. Yeah, this is great. This is a fantastic system. And how much was this? 998.15. Yeah, this is good. Good enough power supply, more than good enough power supply. Very good GPU, good CPU, but we're in 1440p, so it genuinely just almost doesn't matter. Good board as well. I mean, like, it's not lacking too much, and the aesthetics are fine. Really like the fact that you added an exhaust fan. I'm guessing this is going to be an exhaust fan for the back, right? So that you have 3 intakes, and then air goes through your air cooler and then out the fan in the back, right? So that's probably what you did. So yeah. Will you ever try to rate your subscribers' channels? No. No. Yeah. This is good, bro. This is very good. You did very good. So, what do we give Technic? Based on all of these 3 criteria, dude, performance. Can you even top a 6950 XT for $1,000? Like, I don't think you can. I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10 right now because maybe somebody found something even better, but I don't think it's possible because, like, for $400 you either get a 3080 Ti or a 6950 XT, and 6950 XT is objectively the better choice for just raw 1440p gaming. Value-wise, this is absolutely beautiful as well. Absolutely beautiful. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I don't have much to I don't have much to say. I don't have much to complain here, to be honest. It's great. Everything is. This is not the greatest value in the world, but everything is pretty good. So I think, besides the CPU is definitely not the greatest thing in the world. Maybe you could have found like a cheaper 5600X normally. I don't know. You know, you'd have to see. But dude, I'm still gonna give this 9 out of 10 for sure. Very good. Very, very good. And aesthetics, I'm just gonna default to an 8 out of 10. It's nothing special. It has very good airflow. And I couldn't find a cheaper one. Yeah. Yeah. Usually you are able to find cheaper 5600s that are used for like $100, $90 even. But yeah, you still did absolutely fantastically. Like, I'm gonna default aesthetics to 8 out of 10 because it's nothing special. It just looks very decent. It's not like an ugly PC by any means. Like, by any means, it's actually a pretty cool looking PC. But I'm not gonna give it anything more than an 8 out of 10. If we were on a higher budget and you came up with this, I would have given this like a 5 out of 10 for aesthetics. But since we only have $1,000 to fully maximize performance here, which is the main objective of this, I'm just gonna default to 8 out of 10. Okay, because it's like good enough, you know. It's like more than good enough actually. So yeah, I think like this is fair, right? I think like this is fair, no? Yeah. So that's a 26.5, right? If my math doesn't fail me. That's very good. That's very good. Very good. Is the cheapest one on eBay as far as I can see? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, usually you can find it, but maybe right now there was just like no listing, you know. So yeah. Oh, AM5 system here. All new parts. $990. Okay. We have a 7600X, a Peerless Assassin, that's good. We have a micro ATX board. That's fine. Hopefully it's an ATX case, so negative points for aesthetics. If you get a micro ATX board, get a micro ATX case. We have a 250 gigabyte HDD, 16 gigs of DDR5, a 4060. Yeah, this ain't it, bro. And a 550 watt PSU. So here's the thing. This is not good. This is not good. First of all, we don't even have an SSD, so some games are literally going to be unplayable. We have a 4060, which for 1440p is not a very good GPU. The CPU is great. We only have 16 gigabytes of RAM, which isn't the like that big of a deal breaker here. But this ain't it. This genuinely is not it. For $1,000, you should not go for brand new because this is the shit that you get. Basically, you could still do much better than this, but that is exactly why I let you guys use used parts, because I know that for $1,000, it's just not gonna be very very good, you know. So because of this, this is not a good system. This is definitely not a good system. So performance is going to be a 5 out of 10. I'm going to give it a passing grade because it is an AM5 system. We have 16 gigs of RAM, the brand new DDR5. It's fast RAM, it's good RAM, but the 4060 is not the play here. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. 5 might be a little bit too low. Value-wise, though, value is not good. I'm gonna give value a 4 out of 10. You could have done so much better. And aesthetics, I would have defaulted this to an 8 again. But the fact that this case, does this case even have pre-included fans? So it has one there and maybe it has 3 more in here. Right? It only has 1 exhaust fan. So I'm going to give this not even a 7 out of 10. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 because airflow is also very important. And the fact that you have a 550 watt PVI Captain PSU is, yeah, not great. Not great. Definitely a lot of things to improve here. So aesthetics is also going to be a 6 out of 10. Yeah, I can't give it more than this. I can't give it more than this one. So yeah, 16 out of 30 for you, Mr. Cheese. And let's move on. 5600 for 125 bucks. All right. Check if it's legit. 175 Canadian, so I guess it's, yeah, so 125 US. Fine, okay, cool. We got a Thermalite Assassin X, a B550 board from Gigabyte. How much did you pay for this? 90 bucks. Yeah, this is gonna be more than enough for a board. Alright. Oh, we have an ATX motherboard and a micro ATX case. Boys. By the way, you didn't include Amlon's list? Yeah, I'll include it at the end, boys. This PC doesn't work, bro. Yeah. This is cooked. This is cooked, bro. This is why you really have to pay attention, boys. This is why you really have to pay attention. If we don't use the case, the PC does work, but like, yeah. You know what? Yeah, this is an automatic disqualification, but let me see what else you came up with. 6800, good. We have only 256 gigs of storage, way too little. And then we have 16 gigs of DDR4, so yeah, not great again. Yeah, just sadly, there's not much I can do. Not much I can do. So for you, you are disqualified micro ATX case, ATX board. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's take a look at the next one. 5500, again, brand new parts, everything. 5500. Peerless Assassin, B550 Eagle Wi-Fi. Okay, cool. We have Wi-Fi. 16 gigs of DDR4, 160 bucks. NV3, I hate the NV3. 6700 XT used, 285. This is not the worst thing in the world. Definitely could have been much better. Definitely could have been much better. V100R, so we're defaulting to an 8 out of 10 for aesthetics. Yeah, all right. So this one's not that bad. It's pretty good, especially considering the fact that you went for everything brand new except for the CPU. So it's nice that we have warranty for everything. We got a pretty good power supply, though you could have saved a bit more money here. And maybe put it towards getting a 5600 because the 5500 only has PCIe 3.0 support. Motherboard is fine. Slightly expensive, I would say. But this is also fine. I'm not a big fan, but let's just say it's okay. It's very expensive, though. This is leaves a lot to be desired, but again, it's pretty much the best you can do for this kind of budget. And then V100R. So I'm gonna give this I give Technic a 9.5 for performance, right? So for you, I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10 for performance. I'm gonna give value a 7 out of 10 too, and aesthetics an 8. And that'll be the total here. So 22 out of 30, right? 14 plus 8, yeah. 22 out of 30. Not bad. Definitely not a bad submission. Not a bad submission. I'm going to give you 1 bonus point. I'm going to give you 1 bonus point plus 1 bonus point. Actually, no, I'm not gonna add it like this. I'm going to give you 1 more bonus point. No, half a bonus point. 7.5 for this because everything was brand new. Besides the GPU, which is nice to see because I do care about warranty and I feel like it brings great value to people. So yeah, let's see the next one. Indra 5600, 150 bucks, everything brand new except for this 3070 Ti. Yeah, not the greatest thing in the world. Okay, Peerless Assassin again, ATX board, micro ATX board, excuse me, ATX mid tower case, so 1 point off of aesthetics immediately. Yeah, not bad, not a bad submission, man. 32 gigs of RAM. Okay, that's good to see. Only 512 gigs of storage. Not the greatest thing in the world. Good PSU, very good PSU. 850 watts is definitely overkill. You could have saved here. And then a 3070 Ti for $260. That's legit the only reason I went new? Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. 260 bucks for a 3070 Ti. Maybe you could find something ever so slightly better than this. But this is not bad. I mean, this is definitely not bad. It's a bit faster than a 6700 XT, though not by a lot. And the CPU is better, so this is going to be better than the last one. So for you, Mr. Indra, we're gonna do like this. We're gonna do 8 out of 10 for performance. Value is going to be I'm gonna do 7. I'm gonna do 7 for value. No, I'm gonna do 7.5 for value because it wouldn't be fair if I gave the other one 7.5. There should also be a 7.5 because everything's brand new and it's a bit better. And then aesthetics is going to be a 7 out of 10. So yeah, I feel like this is enough, right? So 14.5 plus 8, that's what? Again, 22.5? Yeah, 22.5 out of 30. If my math is not mathing, let me know. And then a normal guy, and then we also have Amlon, right? So let me do this as well. I'm gonna have a look at Amlons after. I need to edit this and then add it right here. There we go. Okay, cool. Right, so 5600X for $60. Oh, okay, bro. For parts or not working. So, you know, when you see a 5600X for only $60, you need to think about, hey, maybe this is a little bit too good to be true. The CPU is broken, it doesn't work. Okay? So, for parts or maybe not working. Or not working. So, sadly, this CPU does not work. So, our system does not work. So, automatically disqualified. You guys really need to be careful about stuff like this. What else did you get here? AK400. This is a cooler that I also had. Pretty good. B550MK. Okay, 16 gigs of RAM. 1 terabyte SSD. 9060 XT. What is this? The 16 gig version? Hopefully it is. Yeah, 16 gig. Oh, this would have been a very great system. And you had so much money left over. Like what? What the hell? Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Disqualified. CPU is not working. So, yeah, sadly, it is what it is. You gotta be more careful. All right, now let's finally have a look at Amlons. All right, 7500F. 9600X, 7400F. In the listing, it should say however much each of them are, right? Or is he selling all of them for this kind of price? Like each of them. $117 for it. I don't know exactly where it says that it's 117. Or wait, never mind. Are there like more listings? Oh yeah, there are. Okay, never mind. Yeah, okay. 7500F. Yeah. All right, cool. Decent cooler, 35. Yeah, just as good as the other one. Let's see here. Used, dude, $55 for a B650P. Bro, what? $65? This thing works? Are you serious? $65 for this? I mean, yeah, I mean, I just have to assume that it works, right? It's like way too good to be true, but I mean, the listing's here. Everything works. The BIOS has been updated to the latest version. And has good. Alright, dude. Alright. This is looking very good for now. This is looking very good. Very good. Also good. Also good. Not as fast as a 6950 XT, but overall, this would have been a better system. Yeah, sad, bro. Sad. I'm sad, bro. I'm sad, man. It is what it is. Yeah. Amlon's RAM is most likely fake. Wait, it's 32 gigs. I thought it was 16. Dude. Yeah, kind of took it to be true. Kind of took it to be true, but, you know, I would still, like... Who knows? Maybe it's real, you know? Maybe it's actually real. It's a very, very good price, but, this would have won. This would have been better value. This would have been... less performance, definitely. This would have been like a 9 out of 10, not 9.5, but this would have been better overall. For sure, better overall. And aesthetics would have been the same. So yeah, this would have 100% been a 10 out of 10 value. Yeah, join March 26 too. Yeah, it could be fake. It could be fake. Could be fake, yeah. Well, boys, it is what it is. Technic wins, so... He already has the road, so... Yeah, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. Man, I'm sad. Yeah. Hey, it is what it is, boys. It is what it is. It is what it is. W's in the chat for Technic. Technic already has the PC Power Picker Challenge champion role, so... I'm not gonna give it to him again. But now he's a 2 times champion. Amlon is like a 3 times champion from what I know. From what I remember. But yeah. W's in the chat for Technic, boys. W's in the chat for Technic. Yeah. Sadly. Yeah, it is what it is, bro. I'm also 3 times champion. Oh, yeah. You won twice before. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, you guys know your stuff, bro. What do you want me to say? You guys know your stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Lunar's won countless times as well. So, yeah. Yeah, boys. That's it for the challenge, man. I'm so disappointed. I am so disappointed, man. Do we give PC Part Picker Champion to second place? No, we shouldn't do that, no. Right? Bro, when's the next one? I have no idea, man. I don't know, maybe Friday, we'll see. That's why we did the challenges, for people to learn. Yeah, exactly, yeah. I don't want to make 1,000 different roles for like second place and third place, like silver and bronze, you know. I don't want to do that. There's just way too many roles on the server after that, so there's no point. The fact that I came close to a champ is a W in my heart. Oh yeah, you did. You had a good submission. You definitely had a good submission. Forbid him in the next competition. It could be an idea, but like, I don't want somebody to win and then not be able to participate again, you know. It's a very double-edged sword. So we either have the same 5 people winning over and over again, or I could do something. But I don't think it's a good idea. Make me a judge. That's exactly what I was thinking. But I don't want you guys to like, I don't know, man. I don't want you guys to work for this, you know. Maybe if you guys want to do it for fun, but like, I can't offer you anything in exchange for that. So, you know, yeah. We could be like judges, you know. We could have a judging board of like 2 or 3 people. We could do that. I don't know. I'll think about it. We'll see. I'll think about it. Do you think a 32 gigs of RAM 7700 XT and a 5600 system is possible for $1,000? If you go for mostly used stuff, yeah. It is. Something much better than that is possible, as you could see today, because Technic just built a 6950 XT system with a 5600 and 32 gigs of RAM for $1,000. So yeah, and €1,000 is more than $1,000, considerably more actually. So yeah, I would definitely be a judge, but a very harsh one. I mean, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. There's a limit to people actually learning to do things and then being nice to them for the sake of being nice to them. You know, you should always be nice to people, but in the context of genuinely just teaching somebody something, I feel like saying it outright, like how it is, brings somebody much more value than like sugarcoating a lot of different things, you know. I'm also very harsh when it comes to stuff like this. Obviously, I try to be less harsh on stream so I don't hurt anybody's feelings. But I don't know, when it comes to genuinely like wanting to learn something, you should be able to take criticism pretty well. And like you need to be prepared to take criticism well, because if somebody tells you that you suck, right? Here's the thing, boys. Life lesson. I think I've talked about this on a live stream before, but what I learned from doing YouTube is we got a lot of hate in the beginning, and we still get some hate here and there, though it's pretty rare now. I learned to separate hate from criticism, and here's what I mean by that. Say, for example, somebody tells me, hey, you suck, your videos are shit, are ass. I'm not going to take that into consideration because that's just hate. But if somebody tells me, hey, dude, your videos fucking suck because music's too loud, or this camera angle is just garbage, or this is not, you explained this too fast. I can separate the, hey dude, you're ass at making videos, because that's the hateful part. And then I can say, hey, this guy actually gave me some criticism here. Some constructive criticism that I should take at face value and that I should improve my videos based on, or like at least analyze them, right? Because hate has no value to you, and it will have no value to you. It's a negative thing, and it's not going to do anything for you. Maybe it's going to do something for some people. Depends on your own personalities. But generally speaking, criticism is very, very important to have, because it's something that you can learn from. It's a point of view that you can never have over your own work. So actually listen to people if they criticize you and if they criticize your craft, because it will ultimately lead you to getting better. So, yeah. Hey, do your stream sucks because it's not a subathon for a straight month. Do you guys want to do a subathon? Nobody's really gonna sub, bro. There's not enough people, you know. If I start, so, yeah. Why am I disqualified? Because your motherboard doesn't fit in the case. I know your motherboard doesn't fit in the case, my guy. You went for a micro ATX case and an ATX motherboard. That's why. And the RAM is most likely fake. But it doesn't matter, even if the RAM was real. We don't have a PC, my guy. We can't use the case. Sup, hey man. What's up? Yeah, you didn't pay attention to that, bro. You had such a good system. I was so sad. I was so sad to disqualify you off of a stupid mistake like that, you know? You had such an awesome system, dude. But yeah, it is what it is, I guess. It is what it is, you know? So, yeah. Rate this build. I'm thinking about building this 5700X or 5800X if I can get 32 gigs of DDR4. 9060 XT16 gig. Yeah, that's a very good build. It's balanced and very good. I gotta go now. Bye. Yeah, I'm gonna end stream as well. So yeah, boys. It was nice spending time with you guys today as well. It has helped me. It's happened to me many times. Yeah, you just have to be really careful about that. You know, you just have to be really careful about it. Hey, dude, I'm thinking of getting a MacBook Neo. Should I go for it? Because my current MacBook is like 14 years old. Yeah, for sure, bro. For sure, MacBook Neos are incredible value, my guy. Yeah, you should totally do it. Bye bye. Very nice stream again. Thanks, Technic. And thanks to everybody for being here. Thanks to everybody tuning in. Hopefully you guys had fun. So yeah, boys. I'll see you when I'll see you. Most likely on Friday, but we'll see. Okay. Edu, could you rate my PC in general? Have I not rated your PC 50 billion different times before, my guy? Alright, fine. One last thing that I'll do today. I'll look at this PC. You guys are incapable of taking good pictures. Is something that I would say if I felt that way. I say that because I know you guys can do better. What the fuck is this picture? Take a better picture, bro. Like, what is this? Sure, it could work as like a close-up, but like, you give me that picture and this. What is this? What am I even supposed to look at? What is this? What the fuck am I supposed to look at? A dangling cable? What is this picture? Genuinely, what do you want me? What do you want to show me here? The ProArt logo? It was 3 a.m. If you wake me up in the middle of the night and I am 8 beers drunk, I'm 20 beers in, I will still take better pictures than this. My pictures are bad because I have a bad phone, bro. This picture here isn't bad because he has a bad phone. What is this? Like, genuinely, what is this picture? Bro, just imagine it. Like, take a human picture of your system, bro. Like, what is this? Anyway, let's see. Brother. Why did you mount your... I want you to tell me exactly what happened here. I want you to tell me exactly what happened here. I want you to tell me exactly what happened with you mounting your radiator this way. Fine. You place the fans on the other side. Fine. No. There are fans. There's fans on it. The case didn't fit the rad. There has to be... There's fans on it, right? You just place them on the other side. Somehow. Right? There has to be fans. I see cables. I see daisy chained here for fans. There's no fans. You have an AIO with no fans. Brother, are we on the same page? And these cables are from what? Did you daisy chain this fan to the other fans and you routed the cables on top of there? It's on the other side, so there are fans, right? There are fans. Please at least tell me that there's fans. There's fans, right? These cables here are from the fans on the radiator that are on the other side, right? Okay, thank God. I thought it was gonna be even worse. Okay, fine, you did that. I understand. Why did you mount the radiator this way? You now have cables dangling from your radiator from this side. You should have just mounted it the other way around. You wouldn't have had this ugly ass tubing, and you could have hit those cables. No, not the fans on the other side. Not the fans on the other side. I understand that. Not the fans on the other side. This AIO should just go... The tubes should come from here. Just like the other way around. Because now you have cables coming out from this side that you can't hide behind your case. That's what I'm asking you. Why did you do that? Like, I don't understand. That's what I'm asking you. I don't understand why you did it this way. Your tubes are ugly as fuck. Ugly as fuck. And this is inexcusable. If I saw this shit in a PC build, I'm taking it apart instantly, my guy. Like, what is this shit? This is garbage, bro. You have a 14900 KS and this is how your system looks like? Brother, we need to put in more effort. I wish I could send them to the other side, but they don't fit in that way. Who do you think you're bullshitting right now, my guy? You literally have garments. You have holes in your case. You have this hole right here. As long as you mounted the radiator on the other side, like a normal human being, I don't even know why you would do it like this. Like, it's much more of a hassle to kill the cables this way than just mount it on the other side and route the cables through this hole in the back of your system, and that's it. How did you even come up with this? His rat is too big for the case. It's the same length, my guy. Now, even if he bent it, he could still fucking put it the other way. Like, what? Hey, what? What the fuck? Like, bro. Man. No, bro. This is... Also, this picture is just wow. Just wow. Yeah. This ain't it, bro. This ain't it. No, he couldn't because of the fence in the front or something? Brother, I don't know, bro. I don't know. That's the before. Well, it's definitely an improvement. But again, literally just mount your AIO the other way. I understand having the fans on top, fine, okay, whatever. But mount your radiator the other way. So... No, seriously now, but like, tell me, was there something impeding you from mounting it the other way? Again, I'm not talking about fans being on this side. Why couldn't you mount it the other way? Even if you can't mount it the other way, you should still be able to route these cables on the other side. Because you are able to route them on this side, so you should be able to route them on the other side, or like spin the fan, or like put the fans in such a way that the cables are going behind. Like, this is just a complete mess. The rad tubes push on the 200mm fans in the front. Oh, okay, fine, that's fair. Okay, now I understand. Okay, now I get it. I get it. That's fine. This can still be fixed because you can literally take the fans from the top, you rotate them, you screw them back in so that the cables come back from the other side, and you cable manage them in the back. You can still get rid of this. Now I understand. Now that's fine. Okay, fine. That's a fair thing. That's fair. But like, you know? Yeah, anyway. What GPU was this? I forgot what you had. What GPU was this? Such a small GPU. $4070? Yeah. All right. And there's 32 gigs of RAM, right? Or no. You had a lot more, from what I remember. $14,900 KS. He has world records in 3D Mark because he's one of the only ones with that combo. Yeah. All right. Yeah, this is a mess. This is inexcusable, and you should fix it. Okay? We cannot make mistakes like these. We should not make mistakes like these. This is laziness. This is all that it is. That's the mistake. Not the fact that you made the mistake of not mounting your fans properly or something like that, okay? That's not the mistake. That's a human thing to do. That's fine. The mistake is being lazy and complacent and not fixing this. That's the mistake. And that's something that is not excusable, okay? So fix this. Literally just take your AIO off and put the fans the other way. Look at the RAM. What about it? What about the RAM? Do you have mismatched sticks of RAM? Or like, are these dummy sticks to just make it look a bit more fuller? Or are they mismatched kits? Mismatched, yeah? Oh. I mean, dude, as long as everything works fine, that's fine. As long as it works, you know? As long as it works, my guy. Yeah. Anyway, boys, so yeah, now, in all honesty, okay, we're gonna stop the show of me crashing out, okay? I'm going to be serious now. That was just me crashing out for entertainment purposes. Now I'm gonna be serious, okay? So I want you to listen. Again, this is just laziness, and you should fix it. I know this is not necessarily going to affect you in any way, okay? But if you like building PCs, if you like doing this, you should pay close attention to details, and you should not be complacent with being lazy. In general, not just PCs. This making mistakes is human. That's fine. I also countless times I installed fans the other way on a radiator, and I had to switch them just so that I could manage the cables better. Countless times I've done that, but I never installed them that way, you know, like this. So again, this is not that big of a deal. Don't get me wrong. This is not that big of a deal. But still, if you're really into PCs, you're an overclocker, you're doing whatever world record 3D Mark, and your PC has this, you know. So yeah, I just wanted to get it done in my motherboard mounted. No, that's fine. That's fair. That's fair. But you should definitely take a little bit of time and just literally all you have to do is unplug the fans, unmount them, rotate them so that the cables come out the other side, and then do everything else. That's it. It's gonna take you 10 minutes max. So yeah. But anyway, going from this, which is a total and utter mess, to this is definitely a big improvement. Everything else in your system is great. You routed the HD audio cable fine, you routed the USB cable fine, or whatever this is. Probably USB 2.0 for your front panel. Your front panel connections are also looking nice. Everything else is gorgeous. I mean, again, except for the tubing here. But I understand that you had to do it that way. Okay, that's understandable again. But yeah. So with which PC should I go? Pure performance or aesthetics? You should never go pure aesthetics. You know, and there's no real way of going pure aesthetics. There could be, but like go for performance and aesthetics. Just have your PC look decent, you know. Make sure airflow's good, make sure your hardware is nice. Anyway, that's it, man. Yeah, fix that and then we'll be on good terms. So yeah. Alright, boys. Do you want to see a pure aesthetics PC? Save it for next time, my guy. I need to go. So yeah. Alright, boys. I'm gonna be live again probably on Friday. I'm gonna meet you guys then, okay? So yeah. See ya, boys. See ya, boys. Probably I'll be live on Friday. Yeah, probably. We'll see. All right.